Now let's get to the officiating. I'm sorry, and I'm pretty sure the Colts didn't really have a lot of penalties in this game. Let me check real quick. It, yeah, yeah, they didn't really have a lot of penalties. The Bills, on the other hand, it just seemed like when there was a stop on third and whatever, a flag came in against the Bills, like, oh, roughing the passer, oh, holding on defense, roughing the passer happened twice, illegal contact, all this other stuff, and it was it was upsetting, right? Because this team is much better than this, but when you get all these penalties in on your favorite team, and you think to yourself, at least sometimes I think to myself this, like, okay, these refs are really, really bad. And this season, I think they are really bad. They need to be more consistent. They need to call things both ways on both teams. And sometime and throughout the 11 weeks or whatever of the NFL so far, they've proven to be relatively inconsistent. However, there are some penalties that are completely valid, like, oh, you definitely committed that. And I'm starting to wonder if the Bills have a discipline problem. And penalties aren't like an exclusive thing to the 2021 Buffalo Bills. Penalties seem to have been a problem just like the running defense, and we'll get to the defense soon here, since Sean McDermott has been here, just like tackling. Under Sean McDermott, I feel as if penalties and tackling and run defense have just been historic problems, and maybe there needs to be a change in terms of how McDermott handles discipline. Maybe bring in I don't know, like a retired ref or something. And I'm just spitballing here. I'm not actually saying they should do all this stuff, but I remember in the past, I think Rex Ryan even did it, and I'm not saying Rex Ryan is a great head coach, but I do remember that he brought in an official one time during training camps, and they were like, "Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that." Or maybe it was McDermott. In any event, I think they need to get back to their roots, really work on the fundamentals of the game, like tackling, and put themselves in the best position to win games. Because what we saw on Sunday against the Colts was them putting themselves in the worst possible position to win games. Like they couldn't tackle. The run defense was atrocious, and they knew they were running the football pretty much the entire time. They just couldn't do anything about it. And again, we'll get to that in a minute. And I understand Tremaine and Starr was out of the game, but I mean, come on, like, it can't be that bad, especially when you're selling out the run defense. And then just like officiating, it just seemed like it was just undisciplined football, and it was upsetting. It was very upsetting.